What's up, everybody? Excited to be here for another Q&A. This time it's with Adele. How you doing, man?
I'm great. How are you doing, Jack?
Really good. This is my first call today. Normally I have one in the morning, but that one didn't happen. It's actually pretty common for the people to not follow through because it's so easy to sign up. You know, it's just like click, click, forget.
Yes. For me, it wasn't easy. I've tried like for 2 or 3 days. Just you replied to my comment for me to be able to get the correct link. But
so it just went to Calendly before, not to my link. Gotcha. Yes. Yeah, that's because I made a mistake in one of my videos, and I put the Calendly.com link instead of my link. So that confused a lot of people.
Yes. But I've really tried so much. I wanted to talk with you. I have a big list of questions. I hope you will not hate me.
No, you can ask anything. I won't always be able to give you a great answer, but I'll try my best.
Yes, great. So my first questions is just you talked about eBay stealth accounts. You gave great advice about them and how to create them and everything. You gave everything. Just my problem and my question was about PayPal. The big things is PayPal. How can I create stealth PayPal account? Because they will request paper. They will request my ID, maybe my passport. You see, so I can't really avoid to create a real PayPal account. You see.
So I don't know too much about creating stealth, like truly stealth PayPal accounts. However, I do know that what some overseas people will do is that they will create a US entity and then use that entity's identification for the PayPal account. Because then you can have a bank account, that kind of thing, and get it all verified. But so you're creating basically a company, and then the identity of the stealth account is that company, if that makes sense.
I've googled this idea, and I saw that PayPal asks for a social security number. Mm-hmm. So, or no, if I have a company, they will not ask for this because it's easy to create a company in US. It's really easy.
So it's the kind of thing that you can Google and find a lot of different information about. What you need to do is identify an individual who's already done it. Because the reality is there's some service that you use and then another service that you use, and you just use them in combination and it allows you to do something, and then you can get an account. It's not impossible or even hard. It's just a matter of identifying the information. And you know that somebody has it. So it's just about trying to figure out who will share it with you.
Doing enough efforts to do this. Yes, I got you. My second question is you are starting a software business. Do you think for the long term it will be cost effective for me if I can create my own eBay lister and the software to do the things that I want to do in my eBay business? Yeah. I mean, not something for resale, just a basic software that does what I want to do with, for example, Hydra Lister or DSM Tool or something.
If you possess the ability to do that, that will give you a huge edge, and I strongly encourage you to do so.
Okay. A question that comes to my mind the first time that I saw your videos is why don't bulk? I mean, you have an account that you can just make Hydra Lister list in the account, and you will handle the orders. Why don't create like 10 or not 10, just 5 or 6 same eBay accounts and list on them as well, and double or triple your profit by just this doing this?
For me, it's more about lifestyle and enjoying my work. Like, the reason that I do the bulk is because of the thrill-seeking nature of it, and because of it came from a part in my life where I was very much struggling, and I didn't know what to do, and I was very lost. And I knew that if I just did weird, crazy stuff and posted the videos on YouTube, that it would get me attention. And I didn't know how it would change my life, but I knew that it was possible that it would. So that kind of is why, like, for me, it's not about the profit. The profit comes from the, like, course and other things, if that makes more sense. I'm not interested in having like a super big profitable dropshipping big business that rakes in $10,000 every month. That's absolutely doable. But for me personally, that's not the way that I want to live my life. I like being able to, like, I have an hour or two of work that I have to do, and then everything else is, like, if I meet an individual that I would benefit from hanging out with, I can do that. Or I can go on, like, a 2-day long walk with somebody. Or I can just travel and spend time with a friend because of all my free time. And all of these things bring so much change and opportunity into my life that I believe it's more of a priority than just earning the money.
Yes, I got you. But, you know, it's really weird because I'm doing pretty much the same business model. I'm not doing bulk. I'm working more on sniping and maybe optimization, but I don't have time. I am just trying to consume the. I have a premium store subscription for 2 accounts. So I have 2,000 listings that I have to list every month. I just try to list them and before the end of the month. I mean, I can't stop working just till the night and fall asleep, and tomorrow I will work again till fall asleep. I can't really stop because this business model don't has a limit. I'm trying to do my best to get the VAs and employees, but I'm not at this point yet. So I just keep working like every day for.
One note about virtual assistants is that you're probably, it's going to be a long time before you feel like you're ready for virtual assistants. And the reality is that the sooner you get working with virtual assistants, the better. It doesn't really matter if you're ready or not ready. You're going to make mistakes and you're going to learn, but adding virtual assistants into your workflow and getting used to delegating tasks to a virtual assistant, paying them and training them, that will bring a lot into your future, especially if you want to be profitable. It's really what I believe nowadays. I think that it's absolutely critical, and it's the main turning point for most people. If you get virtual assistants and you don't give up at that point, then you're probably going to do pretty well.
Yeah, you know, I am from Algeria, and here we have something that make us working on internet better is we have a black market. So the dollar, we sold a dollar not for his real amount on the bank, not his real price. We sold it for like 150% more. Mm-hmm. So it's better for me if I get an employee here and I can follow them, and it will be like 2 employees is just the cost of 1 VA.
Yeah, so it makes sense because it's all about cost of living. And you said Algeria, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, so that makes sense. It's like when I was in Nicaragua, Mark, who lives in Nicaragua, he doesn't use VAs because he can just hire local people, and like college students, that kind of thing. And that, for what it's worth, that's something that I learned from him, is that he was having trouble working with just anybody who applied, and changed the way that he found workers by specifically targeting college students or people who were going to school, because they were more like ambitious and more, they had a better work ethic.
Yes, but for me it's scary. I didn't did this because I can't really guarantee that I will have the money to pay them, because I am in this business for like 4 or 5 months and still not very sure about my future, because you know, for example, PayPal can hold my money every time, at time. So I can't really be sure about this, but I have to do this. All right.
Yeah, even if you are just hiring VAs for short gigs, like you hire a VA to just post 100 items and you never work with him again, I strongly encourage you to get as much experience as possible working with different virtual assistants.
Yes. I have another question. Maybe you will advise me about PayPal Hold. We have here a weird system. The new PayPal accounts that were created in the last year in Algeria don't have a big hold, just for 90 days as you, and they will give them the money right away without a problem. I have an old PayPal account. He has like 4 or 5 years, and why I'm trying to remove the hold. I still today I have the hold. When I'm trying to remove the hold. They gave me 3 conditions: is to have $10K in income from my selling, is to have my account more than 90 days, which I have. And the third condition that I wasn't able to do is to have in the past 30 days no case in eBay or PayPal. And you know, as
That's hard.
eBay is, yes,
not a single case.
Yes,
Wow.
even returns case that item not as described, they will not accept it. And I've submitted my my request like 2 or 3 times, and it was rejected because of that. How can I do this? I don't know. The only solution that's come to my mind is to stop for 30 days, because I can't really avoid to have a return case, and will count as a case.
Yeah. If it's true that, so you could just, yeah, that's tricky because PayPal's a bit hard to work with. They're not as lenient as eBay. But yeah, either stop for 30 or just like find somebody who you're close to and have them make a PayPal account and then just use the new one. Because then you have to deal with it for 90 days. But so it depends what you're doing, you know? Like, because you could theoretically work on like other stuff for 30 days, like setting up other parts of a business, training a virtual assistant, or even just making training videos to then use with virtual assistants. That's what I do. I don't like, I record a video and then have like written instructions, and then they just watch the video. And then if they have questions, then I make another video. Like I just make the videos, and then, you know, you can reuse the videos over and over again. So
yes, I get it. Just the fact that I have stable income, that I have a certain amount of income, I'm scared of stopping it because of this, and for nothing. I mean, just for this this whole problem. For this, I got this information like 2 months ago, and didn't get the courage to do this.
Try and find other dropshippers from your country. It sounds like the kind of thing that maybe there's some kind of workaround that you can do. I don't know. The trouble with PayPal is that it's different in a lot of different countries, and some have like specific limitations on the amount of money that you can take out. Some have different limits on like how much you can get in a whole year. It's like in some countries, in Morocco, you can withdraw 1,000, or you can transfer 1,000 into your bank per year, which is like, it's not much at all.
It's a withdraw from your bank. I mean, from Morocco to outside Morocco, by the legal way. And here on Algeria, we don't have this option. We can't withdraw legally money from Algeria. See. So if we don't have PayPal or Payoneer, we will be stuck.
Yeah.
They better than us. They have this this $1,000 in a year.
Wow.
So they can start it. Anyway, well, I don't know. I have a question about you. I think you like this. Do you think a YouTube business worth to do this if you don't really like it? I see you're doing this because you like doing this. Because you love the.
One second. I can't hear. The microphone is really muffled. Did it get covered? It's better. I can hear you now.
Sorry. I told you do you think it's worth it to do a YouTube business if you don't like making videos?
No.
I see your...
You have to like otherwise you can't do it in the long run, because like even if you make a video every day for a month, ultimately unless you continue to post content, then your channel isn't going to grow, and it requires a lot of work to maintain that content. And the only reason that I'm able to do it is because I love it. Like I really love making videos. It's really fun. But yeah, if you if you can learn to like it, then you can do it. But you have to figure out how to enjoy it somehow. Otherwise, it won't work. Because people have to feel your enthusiasm. They have to feel your like excitement. And if you're not having fun, then your viewers won't have fun. So the channel won't really grow that much.
Yes, but the problem is how you will be comfortable in the first time.
Nobody's comfortable in the beginning. I wasn't. I still get nervous about making videos. Like I get insecure sometimes, and then I just think that I'm horrible, and I almost don't make video. I went through a phase of that when I was in Nicaragua, but it's all in your head. Like, and ultimately, like some people are gonna hate the stuff you make, no matter what you do, and some people are gonna love it, even if they shouldn't. Like, they're still gonna, like, people will exaggerate. It's just how it is. When I started, I wasn't expecting to make a lot of YouTube videos. I just, like, I came up with 3 ideas for episodes, or 5 ideas, about having an anchor store. And then I made those, and it was fun, and I just kept going. And then that opened my mind to the opportunity that YouTube presents, because of the communities and all of the ideas and all of the other people. Like, everything in my life now has come from my YouTube channel, not really from dropshipping. Dropshipping has been the thing that enabled me to get known on YouTube, but ultimately it was the YouTube videos that changed it, not my work dropshipping directly.
You are doing your dropshipping work just to have content for your YouTube video. It's not the main.
At least that's the goal. Obviously, it's nice when I earn money dropshipping, but I don't have to. It's not. The point's to have fun, and I can just bulk post a list, and it takes me like maybe 5-10 hours of work every 3 months to post the store. So then I just process sales, and then Ale does messaging. So it's really minimal.
About the new rules of sales tax that you see is that comes lightly this month. You saw?
Yeah.
Is you have some states if you have 200 orders, you will have nexus in this state.
Yeah.
So you will have to collect sales tax in this state. As we are not U.S. citizen, how do you think we can handle this?
So it depends on how you're drop shipping, because if you're not a U.S. citizen, you probably, and you're a serious drop shipper, that probably means that you have a U.S. company, and the U.S. company will have to abide by these tax laws. So like you can be paid out of that U.S. company as like an overseas employee and barely pay any taxes on your income, and that's like fine, that's legal. But ultimately, if you are a U.S. citizen or your business is a U.S. company, you will have to pay sales and use tax. But it's not like you just pay it and you collect it on eBay. It's not a big deal. People are making it seem like it's crazy, but it's just a change, and then you have to reflect the change in your business, and people move on.
Yes, just the fact that how to do this is things will change. That's the thing that scare people.
That's how it is. Stuff's always changing.
Yes. Something that from what I began this business model, I didn't figure out how to do it, is how to calculate the shipping fees. As the shipping fees will varies, depend on the distance between you and the buyer, and you can't really know this. So how you will calculate the shipping fees when you are making your listing?
It completely depends on the source, because like in my case I use Walmart and Amazon. So on Amazon it's Amazon Prime, so it's almost always free, and on Walmart it's just $6. So that's really easy to calculate because it's always $6, right? But then if you're talking about like Home Depot, I think has shipping that changes cost based on the buyer's location. You pretty much just have to accept that there are going to be times where you get a sale that isn't profitable because of that, and there are also going to be times where you get a sale that's more profitable because of that. It's going to add some variation to your cost. What you have to be careful about is when the items are like really or really heavy, because then the shipping costs from like Maryland to Maryland on a heavy item isn't that much, but Maryland to California on like a freight item is a lot more expensive, right? So really, like in that situation, you can, yeah, it's tricky. So theoretically, you can actually make the eBay listing correct as long as you don't offer free shipping. So you would just make sure that the items weight and dimensions are set up appropriately, and then you would just pick one of the services, and it doesn't have to be exact, it just has to be close, because then if a buyer from California is a long way away, eBay is going to show an increased shipping price. But ultimately, if you use free shipping, which most dropshippers do, you are not going to be able to have one way to prevent that from happening. It's just going to happen sometimes.
How much you can think this business model can go to? When I begin this business, I have a goal to reach 100K in profits in a month.
In a month? So,
yes. Do you think this will be possible dropship?
So if you were earning 100K dropshipping, you're in like the top percentage of the top percent. I'm talking about profit, not sales per month. If most, like, people who put in like an average amount of work into a dropshipping business can count on getting to a point where they earn between $1,000 and $2,000 per month. People who really are on point and get a team of virtual assistants can count on earning between $5,000 and $10,000 of profit per month. More than that, and you're like very exceptional, and that is very unusual.
Just what I have in mind is what will stop you, as you can pretty much do this with virtual assistants, and you can hire as much as you have money. So nothing will stop you.
Well, the problem is with the accounts. It's not so much like most sources get iffy if your account gets too big with them. So you have to, like, you can do everything. You can have multiple accounts with people and have it all set up. But like I said, you need quite a level of coordination, and that's quite unusual in order to scale to that point. But it is absolutely possible. Absolutely. But I think the reality is that requires a lot of work and scaling to such a point that most people get into software or courses or some kind of other thing because it ends up being more profitable, like time spent wise, to do that than it does to just make a huge drop shipping e-commerce empire.
About sending emails to buyers after they make the order, and ask them for feedback and give them the new products that you list. What do you think about this?
Yeah, if you can do that in a way that's automated, then I encourage you to. I personally don't, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't. When it comes to trying to get feedback from buyers, having a message sent out to remind them is going to slightly increase the amount of feedback that you receive, but it's not going to make a huge difference. That being said, it's not like you have anything to lose by sending the message. You're not going to piss somebody off by doing that, or at least it's highly unlikely. And there is also something to be said about building like an email marketing list. Like that's some people's entire business models is just building big email lists, and then they monetize those lists by doing other things to them in the future. But they'll like sell things and actually lose money on the sales just to aggregate all of these emails. And then they do something with them, like make some kind of offer to all the people in the list based on the products that they bought. You know, there's a whole world of stuff you can do with people's emails.
But as we have a big list of products, it will be tough to get to have. Because we don't have just 2 or 3 products. We have hundreds. So it will be hard.
It's all numbers, man. It just scales up. Like I work with lists of over 100,000 URLs at a time. And I'm just one person, and I can navigate through those lists and pull things out of them and perform multiple tasks on them. Like, whatever seems like a lot to you now, you'll just, like, in a year, you'll have gotten used to it, and then you're on a different level, you know? Like, it just kind of, yeah.
Yes, you said you're going to Thailand by January this year.
February, yeah. I'm going to be in Nicaragua in January, and then Thailand, I'll be there in February.
Yes. Just why you are not going by December to go to the event of World Affiliate Asia? Or you don't think it will be related to dropshipping?
I don't even know about it, to be honest. And I'm going to Thailand because of one of my closest friends is... his name's Lucas, and so he's going to be traveling with me. So we're going to Nicaragua, and then we're going to Thailand, and he's like leaving his job and leaving his lease, and then we're just traveling for a while. So it's very much like a personal thing, and also like I want to meet people who do dropshipping in Thailand, because Chiang Mai is like the e-commerce capital of the world, pretty much. So that's why one of the reasons I want to go there for sure is because I already know people there, so I've just never interacted with them. And that'll be really cool. But I don't know anything about an event. So there's an event in December, you're saying?
Yes, it's the World Affiliate Asia. Maybe if you will be there to March or April, we'll meet there. Because I want to go there as well.
Yeah,
maybe
absolutely.
I think this is all for me. I had a list, and this is all for what I want to ask you about. And thank you so much for all your questions.
No worries, man. I like doing these. As long as I can put it on my YouTube channel, I'm always down to make more videos.
Yes, and you're helping so much people by doing this.
People gotta help themselves, you know? All I do is bring the information closer for them to then help themselves. I try not to think of it like I'm like directly helping people, because ultimately all I'm doing, I am doing something that's helpful, but I'm not helping these individuals. I'm just making it easier for them to help themselves. But they're the ones who have to, do the work and really do the hard part.
But if someone don't want to do this, you can't really do much to him. Yeah. Because I have friends who I want really for them to work with me, and they didn't accept. They won't work on their jobs. Yeah. They are making less money and for more efforts, and they don't want work on this business. I don't till now I don't understand.
Many people have obstacles in their heads.
Like I will get scammed, or I don't know.
Yeah. All right. Was that all the questions you had?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. I'll end that, and then if you ever want to do another one of these, just set it up. It's available in the link. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much.
All right, man.
I will. Okay.
No worries. Ciao.
Ciao. Goodbye. Take care.